game was a coin flip, though. I mean, we still had that chance at the end of the game, like there towards the end of the fourth quarter. We're still in it. It was a one-possession game. We were in it. It went how, when you looked at the schedule, it went how you thought it would go. It'd be a close game where one or two plays are going to make a break in. That's exactly what happened.
What's up, y'all? That's Anthony Sellers.
And that's Eric Jordan.
And this is Browns in Our Blood. I'm going to tell you right now. 2 years ago, when we were doing this show, and we were 0-16, and around this time, no wins, nothing, it was really, really hard. It was really hard to do. I didn't think nothing in vlog world could be harder than that. This is harder. This is actually harder. With knowing that you could win, expectation win, you have the potential. This is harder.
They shot themselves in the foot this game, like consistently.
Yeah. Like last week when we got blown out by San Francisco, when the 49ers gave us the national universal butt whooping on universal national-wide TV, that was horrendous. But this is worse, man. When you end the game, when you know you should have won the game, and little mistakes here and there, growing pains.
We had a 14-point lead. 14-point lead, and it evaporated within the whole second quarter, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
it didn't even seem like it was a full quarter. It felt like it happened within minutes. It was just...
it did, because it did.
Yeah.
But there was, not to say that this is the full reason, but I feel like the officiating was bad in that game.
It was.
Especially in the second half. It was like that all across the NFL, though. There was multiple games where it was like that. So I mean, it's hard to. You can't really pin that on as an excuse, but that did play a little bit into it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you just got to execute and finish. That's all it comes down to. That unneeded penalties that would shoot yourself in the foot, that just kill drives, and just letting them get back into it.
Yeah. It seemed like there was a little bit better chemistry, though, this week. I in all these losses, I see pluses. That's the kind of person I am. Half glass, half full type person. I drink the Kool-Aid. We all know that by now. But I do see some pluses. I see chemistry coming better in the passing game. Bake's getting a lot of heat. All this ain't on Bake. I'm sorry,
No, that's the other thing. At what point do you start holding other players accountable for things? Because, Dontrell Hilliard had a first down catch, and it went right through his hands, and it turned into an interception.
Yeah.
But that looks like it's bad on Bake, because at the end of the day, it's like, he had, 2 interceptions. But you look at it, one was off his receiver's hands, and 7 of his 11 interceptions this year have been off a wide receiver's hands, tips. So, at what point can you not do? You got to hold him accountable. Odell Beckham, 2 drops this week, 2 drops last week.
Yeah.
Yes, he's that immense talent, but they got to be held accountable. That is a mental error. Those 2 drops he had this week were catchable. They were slightly behind, but they were catchable, right in here. Mm-hmm. So what is it where's the mental block coming that he's not catching them? He's, seriously, these last 2 weeks, he's doing kind of what Njoku's kind of notorious for doing. It's a mental lapse. It's a mental lapse. You can't have. At what point do you start holding them accountable and saying, hey, get your head in the game, Yeah,
well, I give them a year. When it comes to players and accounting, some coaches got to go, though. Some coaches got to go. Not this. I ain't gonna say mid-season, during the season, because I'm chalking this off all up to, the talent is there. I think we made the right decisions. I think Dorsey did his job with the players, putting them in the position to win. But it has to move on. Accountability, some of these things, it's going to have to be addressed. The old line is definitely still going to have to be addressed.
And discipline with it, too. The game was a coin flip, though. We still had that chance at the end of the game. There towards the end of the fourth quarter, we're still in it. It was a one-possession game. We were in it. It went how, when you looked at the schedule, it went how you thought it would go. It'd be a close game where 1 or 2 plays are going to make a break in. That's exactly what happened.
Right. Some people say
that. You can't complain about that in my mind.
Right. And some people thought it would be a close game, but some people didn't. Yeah. Some people counted, Seahawks,
Yeah.
and the Rams. Like I said, I know you really can't pull no juice out of a loss, but if you're going to pull some juice out of a loss, we played a good Rams team, even though they don't look like it no more. 49ers look for real.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the 49ers Rams game, but 49ers dominated them
their
too.
Defense, their defense is legit.
So San Francisco's a real team. But 49ers still ain't Rams still ain't no slouch. And we was in that game all the way. We had a chance to win that game, and we had a chance to win yesterday. And I truly believe that team we played yesterday is going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good defense.
I mean, they're 5-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having their best start since 2013.
Yeah. So out of these losses, there's some good things I saw. Chemistry is definitely getting stuck. Last week I said when it clicks, it hasn't clicked. It's getting close to the click. But but it's getting tough, y'all. It's getting tough. And I still predict we will. Now we got the bye this week, right?
Yeah, the bye is this week.
The bye is this week.
It's like a perfect timing for it to like sit back, kind of refresh, regroup, get healthy for Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, because they didn't play yesterday, and then
shock the world. We are going to beat the Patriots.
Yeah, the second half of the schedule is still easy. That's one.
We're going to beat the Patriots.
That's the one thing. Like the second half of the schedule.
Yeah.
Is easy. Once you get to the Broncos aren't up to having played as well as years past too.
They remind me of us though. The Broncos. They remind me of us. You don't know what you're going to get that day.
Yeah. So but it's we're coming up on the easy part of our schedule, the easier part of our schedule compared to what we just faced, and that's the one thing that we knew coming into this, and we all said that. We said that coming in that it's going to take. The second half is going to come in red hot. Yeah, it's coming in red hot. So. And off a win off of New England. Granted, I personally thought we would be 3-3 at the bye and not 2-4, but the one game that we lost was that I wasn't expecting was the blowout game. Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah.
But nobody saw 49ers.
No. Doing that.
Yeah. Nobody saw them being 5-0 now.
Yeah.
No one saw that. So. Yeah. All right. So we got the bye. Get some rest. Like y'all been hearing me say it. I said it last week, but I always say we win. So, it's like what is it? The wolf, the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah.
I'm the boy that cried wolf when it comes to the Browns and the win. But I do think, and it's not just because I got belief in my team. Y'all seeing how close these games are with New England.
Yeah. There's a lot of one-possession games.
Yeah.
A lot of one-possession games.
Yeah.
The Rams we lost 20-13. We lost 33-28 to Seattle.
Right.
The only one that really wasn't out of reach was out of reach from the get-go was San Francisco. Tennessee, we lost by 30, but that all happened at the very end of the game. Going into the fourth quarter, it was a 2-point game. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I kind of just want to see what the media is going to do if we beat New England. They won't know what to do. So I don't know. It's us and the Cowboys. If you go to any sports talk show, we've always dominated stuff, and it's crazy because, like I said at the beginning, we stayed on TV because we was the butt of jokes for so long when we were 0-16, and now we got all this potential. We still stay hot in their mouth. Rex Ryan, shut your hole. Oh my God! And Pat McAfee, you here from the Mountaineers? You a WU guy? I know you got to say something funny and stuff, but daggone it, y'all piss me off. Yeah. All right. So, you saying we can beat New England?
I was gonna wait a week and talk about that next week.
Okay.
So.
That means he thinks we can beat New England.
I was gonna wait a week. I want to wait a week.
And I'm pumping up because I want it well documented that I said we was gonna beat New England. So we're gonna beat New England.
I'm just looking forward to us getting a little bit health, like actually getting health. Yeah. Higgins, they didn't really. He was active, but they didn't really play him but like 10 snaps this game. So, now they got the bye week. He's going to come back in full force, hopefully, against New England. Hopefully we get Denzel Ward back. Hopefully we get Greedy Williams back.
Yeah, I thought we were getting them back this week, actually. But
they were all listed as questionable.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, let's do this fantasy football thing that I'm having I'm just having horrible. Not just here.
Horrible.
Not just here in the fantasy FanDuel league, but all the leagues that I'm playing in. It's just horrible. Now, I'm winning money in daily, though. I'm having the best daily fantasy I've ever had. But league-wise, man.
Yeah.
I did
He
train.
came in last this week for our league.
I came in last week too, didn't I?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I was last week too.
So
Something about the FanDuel, I don't know. I won money on
I
DraftKings
won this week
again.
again.
Man, if I lose to him at the end of the season, I mean,
I'm taking that belt.
the only person that's be worse to lose to is Boomer, and that's Gary Wolf.
And he's coming. Oh, let me.
He was second place, right?
He was second place this week.
Yeah.
He's coming on overall on total scores.
Yeah.
He is up to fifth. He is fifth in total scores. So he's got a little ways to go, but he's catching you, man. He's only 100 points behind you. And he also missed a week.
Man, both of y'all, whatever. Y'all not getting my belt.
Gary missed a week, too.
You know, and I
gotta
actually
make that
believe
nice.
him and Hyphen, they quit all their other leagues so they could focus on this one just to try to beat me. You know, they had these secret Hyphen Lair meetings, Hyphen podcastgroup.com meetings on how to beat MONSTALUNG.
You can call it conspiracy, but that's not it. I'm in my car like 50 hours a week.
Whatever.
Well, 40 hours a week.
We ain't gonna get into your personal business. I was about to. But look, if you want to play fantasy football with us and try to win my belt, because it's my belt until the season's over, because I won it last year. So until then, if you want to try to play and win my fantasy football belt, you can play with us on FanDuel. The link is right there in the description down below. Come on and play. We've been having full. Lane, you doing your thing. Lane just joined
He
like
catch up, yeah, like
he's
3
only,
weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. He stayed in the top 3. And he came in too, said he was gonna whoop our butt. I don't like that. You come in talking junk and backing it up. I'm gonna get you, Lane. It's all right. It's all good. But yes, come play with us. Fantasy football, FanDuel. Also, check out all our videos on YouTube, Sound Vision. That's MONSTALUNG Sound Vision. That's the channel. That's my channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can find all the different stuff we got. So you'll be notified when all our new videos come out and all our old videos. If you want to go back and watch our 0-16 season, you can go back there and watch in there.
If you want to torture yourself.
If you want to torture yourself. I don't know. I think this is worse. Like I said, I think it's worse. It was easier when we was losing. When I said, I wouldn't have said that while we was losing, but right now this is driving me bananas, y'all. Like I can't even.
But it was so hard to find positives in that season, man. It was so hard to find positives.
Man.
Like the one thing that stood out to me is like you wanted to find a positive after getting one of these losses that we had. I think it was to the Green Bay game that year. And you looked at me and you said, "You know what Kaiser reminds me of?"
What? What did I say? I don't even
You
remember.
said Jameis Winston. And like,
well, body frame wise, they do
yeah,
got
that was the
build.
first. You know, in the first season, like it was so hard to find positives.
Yeah.
Like everything that would happen, you just boom. So I mean, at least there's a lot more positives and stuff. You know, because this week, you know, Chubb had 122 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Baker played well up until. Actually, he played well most of the game, I think.
Who?
Baker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually played
Baker.
well consistently through most of the game.
I can't remember who that analyst is on Get Up with Greeny and those guys, but he said something that made it with Rex and Pat. He's the guy sitting across from him, but he said something that made a lot of sense to me about Baker. He said our offensive line issues, the way that he pats his feet, you can tell he's not confident in his line. You know, which makes him hurry up and makes.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, he played well this week.
Shoot, the first couple of games, he was on his butt a lot.
Yeah.
And then you get all the national pressure that's on him with all the endorsements. I mean, he's everywhere. That's a lot of pressure. You know, he wanted to show, he wanted to make a big play. So I don't know. I thought it was a different perspective. Made sense to me. I got it a little bit. But yeah, man, that's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I have.
Browns, stay in there, man. Because really, all we got to do is win a division. And that's very, very doable.
Yeah.
That's very, very doable. So,
yes.
you know. And look, believe me, we're going to come off this bye. We're going to beat New England. And we're going to go into the light end of our season. And it's going to be a whole different attitude about our Browns. Like I said, man, it's already a whole different attitude about our Browns. I just told you we were 0-16. We've done a couple seasons like that. It's all right.
Yeah, we'll get through it.
We'll get through it. That's Anthony Sellers.
That's Eric Jordan.
And this is Browns in Our Blood.